I'm going out, I gotta go. I'll bang a rang on the radio. So turn it up, I'm telling you. I think I'm ready for something new. Hey, hello, it's nice to meet ya. Hey, come in and have a slice of pizza. Hey, hello, it's nice to meet ya. Hey, come in and have a slice of pizza.
Hi, I'm Noelle, the host of Pop Punk and Pizza, and today I'm joined by Luke from the Sleights, which is a band from Colorado. So, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good. It was nice outside today, so I'm looking forward to taking a walk later.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. So, you guys are on tour right now. You just kicked it off yesterday in Kansas. So, how's that?
I was good. We were at Kirby's Beer Store, which is a old venue. It's tiny. It's in Wichita. Most
Okay.
eclectic crowd ever. Always a good time. Always weird. Always fun. That was really good.
Awesome. And you're playing a show later today, too. Are you gonna be playing any new songs from your upcoming album?
Yeah, we actually we're gonna be playing in Joplin, Missouri at Blackthorn, and it's again another old rad venue. We're playing a
Mhm.
bunch of stuff off the new record, kind of getting some of the singles out there and teasing some songs, getting people excited for the drop.
Awesome. And what are your favorite songs to play live?
Off the new record or
Just in general.
just in general.
Yeah.
There's a song that's actually on the new record called Bridge to Nowhere. It's about where kind of a specific somewhere where I grew up in living in a kind of a punk house in northern Wisconsin,
Hmm.
and it's about a summer of just too much fun, weirdness, all my friends, and
Yeah.
it's an unusually specific song. Usually I don't write stuff that actually happened. It's more like open to interpretation, but this one
Hmm.
spot on things that happen. So it's upbeat, it's fun. People always really like it.
Cool. And how did you guys meet each other? Or like how did the band start?
Um, so the band's actually undergone a lot of lineup changes. Always,
Hmm.
it's we're not kids anymore, so we always kind of see life happen. So a lot of guys have come and gone. Jobs change. People
Hmm.
come fall in and out of music, but um, Adam's been in the band longest. I'm the only OG member anymore, but Adam's been in the band longest, and I just knew him from shows and from hanging out kind of in the scene, and we got to
Yeah.
talking one night over too many, I think, Modelo's at a like after party at a Perkins, and
Yeah.
he ended up hopping in the band, and then when we needed a bass player, Victor hopped in because he's we knew him from other bands, and they'd all gone to school together, and then Todd, our drummer, he and I had played together in another band, and he was our kind of our missing link. We were always chasing down drummers, so it was
Hmm.
we all just knew each other, but it was kind of a good fit, and we realized that finding people that we got along with is kind of more important than finding the best players in town, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. So we're
Yeah, that
we're
is important.
yeah, we have a lot of fun together. We do, we laugh all the time, and no, we don't really have any problems. Knock on wood.
Yeah. That's all good. And you have a new single out now called Day in the Life, which will be on your upcoming album. What has the process been like so far of creating that album?
Um, that that album, it's got a couple of songs that are kind of older that we had a like we had recorded earlier and almost released, and
Okay.
with a drummer change, we decided to just put them on the back burner and redo it. But
Hmm.
the core content of that record is I had a really rough year about 2 years ago, and I wrote a lot of this, and a lot of the songs were self therapy and keeping myself pointed in a positive direction where
Hmm.
um, life frustrations and really getting down. The lyrics are kind of sad and negative if you really pay close attention to a lot of them, but
Hmm.
music usually remains kind of fun, kind of poppy, toe
Yeah.
tapper, so to speak. So it's kind of a weird dichotomy.
Yeah. So those are some of the best songs, songs that have sad lyrics, but they sound happy.
Yeah, totally. That's my favorite thing. So
Yeah. And you released a song called Already Gone that features Jen Pop of the Bombpops.
yeah.
How did you guys meet her?
So years ago, I was playing in a I was tour managing a band I ended up playing with, and Bomb Pops had hopped on a couple of shows in California, and I met them, and they were in dire need of a tour manager.
Oh.
And I did a lot of tour management. So it was back when Polly was in the band, and my wife is a type 1 diabetic, and so they were looking for somebody that understood diabetes and especially traveling with it. So
Hmm.
ended up tour managing him for quite a long time, a lot of European runs, got to know him really well, and even did most of the post pandemic tours with them. And just traveling with somebody that long, you get to know them. And Jen and I have a lot of, we listen to a lot of tunes together, and so we're both big Methadones fans. And that song was,
Okay.
was like a rainy day in Colorado Springs, and I was like, I need to write a Midwest, kind of emo breakup song.
Yeah.
And I wrote it and then went home and I think I made like soup or something. And I was so stoked on the demo. I sent it to Jen. I was like, hey, I wrote like a Methadones like Midwest song, and she liked it. And then when it came to recording, I was like, remember that song? You want to throw some vocals on? And she was cool enough to be willing to do it. So
Oh, awesome. And what artists or bands inspire your music? I know you mentioned the Methadones, but are
yeah,
there any other main inspirations?
I listen to a lot of stuff, and I go in big big kicks. I always
Yeah.
loved punk rock and roll, and everything from like kind of classics and stuff like Tom Petty and the
Okay.
Boss, but also I love bands like Against Me and
Hmm.
um, shoot, really into
Hmm.
'90s music too. Like I love
Yeah,
Soundgarden and
me
Stone Temple
too.
Pilots, things like that. So
Yeah.
I'm just all over the place, but I usually if I there's three things in a two of three things in a song, which is like melody, hook, or speed. If it's got two of those three, I'm in.
Yeah, it needs those. And what has been your favorite venue to play at? Do you
Um,
typically like smaller venues or bigger venues better?
it depends 100% on the venue. Sometimes the biggest venues are horrible and it's just a nightmare load in. It's always a awful push from the van or 8 flights of stairs or something.
Yeah.
Um, really, I mean, really, my favorite venue to play is right in Colorado Springs. It's an all ages record store that does shows, and it's run by some of my favorite people in town. and
Okay.
and a lot of times when we're on tour, we're like, where is this town's version of those people, because they take such good care of
Yeah.
us in the scene. It's called What's Left Records,
Okay.
and it is just, you feel like you're part of the family there. They do whatever they can to take care of you. It also has one
Hmm.
of the best sound systems in the state. It's all custom built by some
Oh,
other
cool.
friends. So it's just, it's it's about the music. It's not a bar where everyone goes to get hammered, and the music's a
Hmm.
thought. This place is for the music. You sell more records there, and it's just, that's the kind of place I like to play.
Yeah. It sounds like a fun place. And are there any local bands you'd ever want to do like a collaboration with or have
Oh,
them feature on a song or something?
totally. So we have, I've been living in Colorado for almost 20 years, and in those 20 years, I think the Colorado Springs music scene is like banging. It's awesome. It's probably the best it's ever
Really?
been, and so many bands I would love to do stuff with. Good friend Christian's band Nautiloid is fantastic. They're kind of a garage band.
Hmm.
We're doing at our record release. We got another friend's band called Total Cult that we're playing with. Any of these bands, I would love to do stuff with any day.
Cool. Awesome. And anything else you guys have been working on or anything that you want to plug or mention before we go, like social media or anything like that?
Um, so we haven't actually even talked to anybody about this, but because we don't want to step on the record release, but we
Mhm.
did 20 songs in this session, and only 12 are on the record. So
Okay.
we've got more releases coming after this, but we wanted to focus on the record before we spilled the beans too much. So there's more
Yeah.
coming. We're super excited. We're playing one song live that's not even on the record. That is probably our favorite from the whole session, which I don't know why we didn't put it on the record. So it's going to be a seven
Yeah.
inch or on a 7 inch or a
Oh,
split or
cool.
something like that. So we're looking to probably have another release before the year's end.
Awesome. That's exciting. And one last question, since this is the Pop Punk and Pizza podcast, I wanted to ask, what's your favorite kind of pizza?
Uh, it's super simple, and it's like the flattest, thinnest kind of cheese pizza you can, with just mushrooms and onions, and then
Okay.
incredible amounts of hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
Yep. Yeah.
Nice. I'm not one for spicy foods that much,
Yeah. Not everybody
but
is. I know that. Right.
yeah. So I wouldn't put that on my pizza, but everyone's different.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
My favorite is I, I think like thin crust pizza, just in general, I like better rather than like a deep dish.
Yeah. Deep
But
dish is like eating a bucket of soup in a bread
yeah,
thing.
it's too much
It's not.
sauce. It's too much
Yeah, it's
sauce.
not my bag. I always like in the the forever debate. I always lean towards New York style. It's kind of my jam. But
Yeah, all good. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to do this interview. I appreciate it.
yeah, yeah. Thanks for doing the interview. We're super stoked to talk
Yeah, of
with you.
course. All right, it was nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too. Take care.
Bye, have a good one.
Hey, hello, it's nice to meet ya. Hey, come in and have a slice of pizza. Hey, hello,